It's really too bad that it's so smoky right now. I have been here before on a real clear evening, and on the other side of the lake you can see the mountains on the other side of the lake. And of course right now you have to take my word for it. Well, good morning and welcome back to my channel. Well, after a great weekend here in Banff, Alberta, we're now leaving this tourist mecca. It's so busy around here. Anyhow, it was a great weekend. We spent the weekend visiting with my son who works here. And he showed us some places that aren't all that busy. So it was nice. Anyhow, here we are, another day, and we're gonna head to Nakusp, British Columbia. Now there's lots of different ways to get there from Banff, but what we're deciding to do today is take the Highway 1 from Banff all the way to Revelstoke, and then we'll go south along the Arrow Lakes. So this pass that we're entering here is another area that I love quite a bit. Right at the bottom of this hill, and it's about a 10-kilometer long hill. Right at the bottom is a place called Field BC. And just north of Field, there's a resort area called Emerald Lake. So right there on the right, that's where I usually camp when I come to this area. And a lot of the times that campground's full, but I end up just putting a tent in the trees there. But there's a lot of wildlife that comes through this valley, mainly elk. And there has been a couple times at night that I wonder what's sniffing outside of the tent. It's probably just a squirrel. Like I said, it's probably just a squirrel. But in the middle of the night, it sounds like it's a big elk outside of the tent. Squirrel! Oh, I love this area. Well, we just left Revelstoke, heading south on Highway 23 towards Nakusp. So here we are going on to the ferry at Shelter Bay. The third ferry in the Kootenays on this trip so far. Just coming into the town of Nakusp, and I don't know if the colors will show up on the GoPro, but it's a really eerie feeling here because everything's got this orange-red hue to it, and the smoke is so thick, like you can't see the mountains right around us. And pretty soon here we'll get up to the lakefront, and you can't even see on the other side of the lake right now. So what I know about Nakusp, or been able to find out, is this is another one of those towns that was started because of the mining and exploration that happened in the 1880s, 1890s. And I think this town started from a fella who was a speculator thinking there was going to be a mine here. So he started selling off plots of land, and it was something like 25-foot plots of land for $300. And back at that time, that was pretty rich. Now, the speculation of the mine never happened, but what happened here at Nakusp is they turned it into a port for the steamships that would be going up the Arrow Lakes all the way from around the Nelson area up to Revelstoke. So it turned out to be an area for transporting goods. And so the mines that were developed, like Sandon, they would rail the product all the way to here, and then it would go up by steamship. Anyhow, there is 2 buildings here still that are original from the town that was built. And one of them is the Leland Hotel, which we're going to be going to and staying tight. And the other one, I think, is the library. So that's part of what we're going to find out when we're here. I'm going to find the 2 original buildings. But you can see straight ahead. You can't see on the other side of the lake right now. So here's the town center of Nakusp. There's the Leland Hotel. So this is where we're staying tonight. Oldest hotel in BC, established 1892. Met the fella on the ferry there.
Time for a quick one and I'm out.
Ride safe. Look at that, you can't see anything. Wow. Can't get over that. Okay, let's go check in. Well, not much of a view today, but it's okay. So we're gonna enter the Leland Hotel here. And we're gonna make our way up to the room. So this is an old hotel, so it's been around for a while. And what's behind door 18?
Doesn't look like a hotel room door.
Oh, I think it's open. Huh. So here's the room we got. It's like a converted attic. It does have a kitchen. And the bed is in the kitchen. But wait, there's more. There's the living room.
And there's a bed in the living room.
And then there's
A bed in the
a bed right outside of the bathroom.
Not a closet. It's a shower.
There we go.
What's this little door? Oh, God. Oh. It's where you stash your children or something.
This is what they call the bonus room.
The bonus room that you can look at this.
I don't think it shows up on the GoPro.
But you can, people can lock themselves in. If
Anyhow, it's a pretty cool place,
it is a cool little.
considering it's all the way from 1892 that this hotel's been in continuous existence. And then look, we have a lake view if there wasn't any smoke.
Yeah.
And later, that's where we're gonna go have dinner. So there's our tour of the Leland Hotel and where we're staying. It's all about the experience.
It's all about the experience.
So we found it. The building right behind me is one of 2 original buildings to Nakusp. And this is the Centennial Building, built in 1912. So this building originally was the schoolhouse when it was built in 1912. And right now it's a museum.
And the library.
And the library, that's right. So I'm here on the waterfront in Nakusp, and it's a real nice development that they've built here as a waterfront walkway. And right in front of me, well, I guess behind me right now on the other side of over there, there's a city beach. It's just awesome. But this area behind me here is a Japanese gardens that was put in as a memorial for an internment camp that was here back in the World War II. So in the early 1900s, the water level was a lot lower here at that time because the dam wasn't here for the hydroelectric power. But what I find actually quite amazing, there's some old photos about this whole bay. There used to be a rail line here. There used to be a shipyard building company here. I think it was CP Shipyards. And they used to build steamboats here. And this whole area was an industrial development. And look at it now. It's really too bad that it's so smoky right now. I have been here before on a real clear evening. And on the other side of the lake, you can see the mountains on the other side of the lake. And of course, right now, you have to take my word for it.
We'll be back.
Yeah.